The silent election in Germany. Campaigns and elections have never been as loud and long and obtrusive as in the United States. But this year, the silence is almost scary, even for German standards. We vote next Sunday. It's only 4 days, and all the big newspapers talk about culture and sports on their first page. You can see some campaign posters here and there, but if you come as a tourist, you would barely notice we are going to elect a new government next Sunday. I know what they are trying to do. They try not to draw too much attention to this election. They would rather prefer if certain people stay at home and don't vote. There's a new right-wing party on the rise. They are running for the first time, and predictions tell us they will certainly get more than 10%. Double digit. This is already enough to scare the establishment parties off to their safe space. One man from Merkel's party just spoke it out. He is Minister for Special Duties. I never heard about this department, so I had to look this up. It turns out special duties means he has no department. But the good thing is, even without a department, he is entitled to get the pension of a minister. So I guess he has a lot of time at his hands. And he went into an interview with a journalist and just said it loud. He prefers someone who don't vote instead of someone who votes for the new right-wing party AfD. The only smart thing he did is he condemned the left right in the next sentence. I haven't used my right to vote for 30 years by now. Don't think low of me. I'm not ignorant. I do understand democracy, and I do understand why everybody should participate. But the simple truth is, there was nothing to vote for. I contributed to democracy. I counted votes, and I ran polling stations, but I didn't vote myself. When people asked me why, I always told them the Easter Bunny would be the only one I would ever trust. And as long as the Easter Bunny is not a valid candidate, then I would have nothing to vote for. Well, this time I will use my right to vote. The irony is, I'm a hardened left-winger on so many levels. But unfortunately, I have also a brain. This means I could never align with the postmodernists. So our left-wing party has never been an option for me. While I could never align with the retarded postmodernists and the even more retarded feminists, the new right-wing party holds a lot of views I can align with. Very amazing as a notorious left-winger. So even if it feels a little bit weird, it is in fact the only reasonable thing to do. And after 30 years, the first reason to use my right to vote. Meanwhile, left-wing activists protest my area on a regular basis. I wouldn't say this is a burden. It feels more like a little party event with just a lot of police. But honestly, one protest every month is quite a lot. However, this gives me the opportunity to show you what retarded means. Every time they protest, they glue stickers all over the place. I took some photos for you. Look at this. I like science fiction. I'm somewhat less than amused to see it abused for this little shitty piece of propaganda. And by the way, there is a difference between caution towards nationalism based on our special history, and the idea to nuke my home country on a daily basis. Not to mention the Imperium. They used to be the bad guys in this movie. Or what about this? It says, against concerned citizens. Or maybe against worried citizens. What about this swastika there? Does it mean if you worry for your country, if you're concerned about politics, then you're self-evident a Nazi? I guess that's what it's supposed to mean. Fucking morons. And here we go. This one says, no, this is not communism. What a denial. This is just as bad as Holocaust denial. By the way, Hitler should be on this picture, aligned with Lenin, Stalin and Mao, because this is exactly the outcome of communism. Well, to be more precise, it is the outcome of totalitarianism. If you ever wish to become a serious and decent left-winger, the first thing to do is accept your heritage. Without this acceptance, there can never be any kind of valuable left-wing force. But how should an intellectual dishonest left-winger know about this? I would really like to witness the rise of a new left-wing ideology. I would like to see how they accept their heritage, including Hitler. I would like to see how they dismiss Marxism, cultural Marxism, postmodernism, and first and foremost, feminism. But unfortunately, I don't see this happen anytime soon. So, as sharp as the irony is, voting for the new right-wing party is the only reasonable thing I can do in this silent German election.